head. Grab your tea, take a seat. Let's talk truth and healing. No need to retreat. From heartbreak to triumph, from pain to praise. With Bunky at the table, we're lighting the way. She's walked the road, felt the rain. Still found sunshine through the pain. With every story, a soul set free. This is tea time with Bunky, your safe space to be. It's real talk, it's love, it's truth you'll find. With Bunky by your side, you can speak your mind. From the heart of the struggle to the power of grace.
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. This is Rashad. Hi, Dan. All right.
Welcome to Tea Time with
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. This is super recent. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I missed you guys. I really did. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this special edition of Tea Time with Bunky. Yes, it's been a week. I really missed you guys. Thank you for tuning in. First, I would like to thank all of my Tea Time with Bunky followers and subscribers, everyone that have been here from the beginning. Thank you. I appreciate you. Those that are new to the channel, like, share, follow, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Tonight we're talking about something that it transpired about 2 weeks ago, and it's a conversation that needs to be had. I wanted to have it a while ago, but I didn't have it. I wanted to wait and see what was going on, and this happened on September 10th. So what we're talking about is how do I word this? I don't know how I word this yet. So, but without further ado, I'm going to bring in my special co-host who will help me word this. Wait, hey, Sean, what's going on?
What's happening? How you feeling? What's up?
I'm good. I'm trying to figure out how to word this, okay? Because you don't want to say it wrong, but you want to say it right. But we want to be truthful in all things, right? So what we're talking about is the event that took place on September 10th, right? Which totally overshadowed September 11th, right?
I get that. Yeah.
So totally overshadowed. Normally they have the all the memorials and everybody's locked in on what happened on September 11th. But because of the incident that happened on September 10th, which I'll talk about, it was totally overshadowed. And what we're talking about is I don't want to call it an assassination because that's what happens to real political figures. You know what I'm saying? Like real political figures, politicians, things like that, right? He was a podcast host, basically, right?
Yeah, I mean if you
he was a little bit more. But before we get into it, tell everybody who you are. Tell everybody who you are. We're gonna get more into it, but tell everybody who you are. That's just my opinion. Everybody don't trip. This is my opinion. This is all based on the opinion of Bunky and Rashad, and it's just a conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell everybody who you are.
DJ Rec Boy Rashad, one half of the Rec Boys, one half co-host of In the Studio with the Rec Boys. Wednesday nights, each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live. Shout out to Mr. Catch Rec. That is my co-host and business partner. And I'm Bunky's big little brother.
Yes, you are. And you're always there when I need you. And I appreciate you to the fullest. So yeah, we're gonna have this conversation. You told me, you was like, you don't want to know my opinion. Yeah, I do. I want to know your opinion. But how do you feel about that? Like I said, he was a podcast host and he has his extremely racist show. Call a chicken, right?
Well, I mean, yo, listen, if that's how you feel, like, I
And
mean,
he said
listen,
some brutal
but my
things.
whole thing is, all right. How did you feel about Charlie Kirk, August 30th?
I didn't know who he was.
So then, why do you? Why would you be bothered with who he is now?
I'm really not. What I'm bothered about. Okay, what I'm bothered about is the double standard, right? The double standard, like the right wing political stuff. That's what he was, a right wing political person. But the mayor or governor of his town where the incident happened, he got up there and said the silent thing out loud. I hope it wasn't one of us. What does that mean? We know what that means. But he said it out loud, which blew my mind. So that's where it comes from me.
All right,
You know.
even after that,
Uh-huh.
like, Bunky,
And
who you?
and the
Okay,
two
go
young
ahead.
men, then the two young men, like not even that. Okay, let's um go back in time. The Minnesota Republican and her husband, who was gunned down in their home by let's call it what it is, an extremist, right? Went to his house dressed as an officer, killed him. You don't hear nothing. This dude gets killed, right? The mayor says, governor, whatever, hope it wasn't one of us, right? Which we knew what that meant. Hoping, oh well, we was hope somebody came into our city, somebody, an outsider. What does that mean? What does an outsider look like? You know what I'm saying? So, but when it was a MAGA person. Well, their family was MAGA. It like busted their whole bubble because at first they talking about a whole war.
Yeah, no. People jumped the gun on the whole situation, and that's what happens
Good
and
versus evil.
and not even that. Just in today's time, everybody wants to get out first. You get what I'm saying? Without
Yeah.
actually sitting back and thinking about it.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was before
Me neither. I had no idea.
he was murdered.
Right.
So,
Life ended. Life snuffed. We're not doing the N word.
oh yeah. He was yeah. Life ended.
Hmm.
Um I don't think you got to know when to dance and when not to dance.
What do you
And
mean?
I think, well, you got to know what song is your song and what song ain't your song. I don't think this is our song.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
sure
think
not. It is not. It's none of my business.
so then we shouldn't be dancing to it. We should be more concerned with, we should be turning all this stuff that we're talking about, this guy
Uh-huh.
should be turned into the fact that they're taking stuff out of the museums that depict what was going on during slavery.
Trying to whitewash history.
Yes,
Totally trying to whitewash history.
there's a bigger fight
It is.
that
And he's just a little, look, I still got that band up there. He's just a little, I wouldn't even say part of the problem. He is just another face. You know what I'm saying? To what it is. Another thing that came out of the woodwork, that people who think and feel like him could rally behind. It
have you
was
ever have you
smoking.
ever did the research on Charlie Kirk? Like, you ever seen how he started and
I watched some stuff on him. Did I dive deep into him? No, because he disturbed my whole spirit. So I'm gonna be honest with you. He disturbed my spirit. I can't let people like that really infiltrate who I am because it stresses me out and causes me anxiety. You know.
no, I get it. I get it. I
So
get
no,
it.
I didn't dive deep into who he was. I just saw, yeah, he's not just, well, Sheena, he's not, he was dangerous. He was dangerous. True, he may not have been another face. There are probably millions just like him, but he was a current face. He was a current face, for the
Well,
young people.
yeah, no. That's what he was put there for.
Yeah,
Like
you're
he,
right. You got to know who people like this are. And you know what? I'm thankful. Like I said, I can give or take whatever happened. I mean, it's unfortunate what happened. Nobody deserves to go out like that, but he died how he stood, right? This is what he believed in, right? But
well, he did believe that a few gun deaths is worth having the Second Amendment,
yeah,
and
isn't
and
that
he,
bugged out? And
I
then the
mean, it's
way,
unfortunate, but
yeah.
I mean, that's a horrible way
Hmm.
of thinking and living for me anyway. Like I
Right.
don't think I think if you're gonna have the right, it shouldn't come with a couple of deaths. You get what I'm saying?
Trying to make him, yeah, they're trying to make him a martyr. I mean, come on, they flew the flag at
I
half,
didn't know. I didn't know that. Yeah,
but
that's kind of crazy.
they didn't
That's a
even
little bit too
acknowledge. I
much.
mean, wasn't he laid in state and all of that stuff? He was like 32. They laid him in state.
They
Like they
did lay
did.
him in state.
Weren't they
Nah.
trying to?
I don't know. That's I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean, like the flag was okay. It happened on a Thursday, I believe, and the flag was at Hashtag till a Sunday.
Nah, I seen that, which was you know
Rashida, we absolutely know there is an agenda. We absolutely know, and I think that there was more behind it because I don't think a 21. Well, he could have been a marksman at 21, 22. He could have been a great shot.
Bunky.
I think there was more.
Bunky. He's
Yes,
in Utah. What do you think
right.
they do in Utah? He's from a conservative state, conservative city, conservative town, conservative family. Those are
Yeah,
conservative things. That's just what it is.
right.
It's not you're not generalizing. That's just what it is. If you take
That,
this general census, that's what you're going to come up with.
right.
Even the people there,
I guess so. They're all marksmen.
yeah, well, I mean, what else are they doing out there? He knew how to hunt,
Right. But let
so
me ask
and
you, how
go ahead.
how do you feel about the different reactions though? How do you feel? Okay, this is what happened to this man. I mean, this is what he preached about. But then you have the young college man, young black man, two of them that were hung in Mississippi. And of course it was founded as, they did it to themselves, totally dismissed. You don't hear anything about it. You don't hear anything about the representative in Minnesota or whatever, but they take this man, and you have people who sees this, who saw what happened, who follow him. They want to go to war. It's like all hands down, we all in, blah blah blah. Then they find out who did it, and is mute, silent, nothing. So how do you feel about the different reactions in this country about the two situations that happened? Like these young boys, they wasn't out there preaching hate and division, whatever. But that's what this dude was doing. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that as a black man in America?
I didn't, like I said, I didn't know who Charlie was, and I don't, I don't want to say that I shouldn't know.
Uh-huh.
I should be aware of, but
Right.
when I heard it, it was like, oh, okay. And then
Right.
when I did the research, it was like, oh, okay. And
Okay.
then it was just clips, and it
Right.
was like, okay, I see where he's going, I
Right.
see what he's doing, and then I was like, all right, go past, like, find out where this guy came from. He didn't just come
Hmm.
up out of nowhere and start debating college kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right. And then when I found out, his origins, how he started the Turning Point USA thing and all this other stuff, and it's like, all right, okay, it makes sense. But
Okay.
the thing that most got me is that the supposed shooter, the person they have in custody,
Uh-huh.
comes from a conservative background,
What's his name?
and he's young.
Mm-hmm. And his
So
father's a police officer, retired police officer.
yeah, but even that, I'm just talking about the guy.
Okay,
Like he grew up hella conservative,
right,
and he's young. So at a certain point, a switch happened
right.
to where, you know, he's not feeling the conservative movement.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right.
Like, you get
That's
what I'm saying? Because it's a
totally
conservative with a conservative who's like, yo, something's not clicking up right.
right.
So that who's ever beef that they may think that they have,
Yeah,
it's
it's not
within
out.
the yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's within.
And what I think when I say ours, I'm saying all minorities.
Right.
We need to figure out the other stuff that's going on behind the scenes while all of this is the national thing. You get what
Right.
I'm saying? Like there's more stuff going on other than this guy. And if this guy is who they wanna have the attention to, all right, cool. But let's get to the Epstein files. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's pass this budget so that the
Right.
government doesn't shut down, so that the very few that still have their jobs in the government can
Mm-hmm.
still get paid.
Okay.
So I mean, condolences to his family, his kids, his wife, his dad, his mom, his
Mm-hmm.
uncles, his family. Nobody wants to bury a family member, and
Right.
especially
Especially so young.
yes, especially so young. You
Right.
know, um, it
Overview,
gets
and
yeah,
it's
but well, no.
you know
Well,
that.
let's
You don't even know that.
well, we going by what we do know is that the kid was conservative. He grew up conservative.
Right.
Something happened. Now, do you think he just out of nowhere became uh extreme leftist?
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility. I doubt it. You get what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
think that you know
But at the end of
something
the
was
day,
going on. Something was going on there. There was a change in this young man's mind. He's only 22. Look how
he's only
young this guy.
22.
You get what I'm saying? And
Totally.
even if it's over views,
Mm-hmm.
look, two lives lost because he's
Right.
never getting out of jail.
No, actually, they want.
Death penalty. They want the
Yeah.
death penalty for
But let me
for
ask you. But let me
that.
ask you though. That's what they want. But I mean, like I keep bringing it back to these young men that are never going to get justice because it's not founded. Um, we watched George Floyd take his last breath in front of our face. We watched Eric Gardner. I mean, like we watched these things happen, and nobody. I had shared a post, and when they were describing, he's a criminal. Why should anybody care? Blah blah blah. These are things that Kirk said about George Floyd. So but he's getting the treatment that he said that this man was a gangster. I mean, the words that he called him was horrible, right? But when you flip it back, it totally mirrors him. But when you watch the penalties and the um, consequences that their killers did, because that's what they were. I'm trying to find the right words. Um, there was nothing. There were no consequences, not no real consequences, not like the ones they're seeking for this kid. You know, where's the
Um,
justice and all of that?
they propped him up to be the voice of the youth, and I guess, and
Kirk,
yeah,
yeah,
and in some ways, I guess he was. I We need to do a show on really the origins so that we can really have the understanding. Like he was funded. He was funded by a billionaire,
Absolutely.
and after not getting accepted in the West Point, and he thought because he didn't get in, it was because of
DEI.
affirmative action. Yeah,
Right.
DEI. And so he made a
Not that he
big,
just wasn't smart enough.
yeah, well,
Not I.
yeah.
I fit the criteria. I should qualify for everything. Absolutely.
So after that, he started doing started doing the rants on, how DEI, affirmative action, blah,
Hmm.
blah, blah. And this older guy, I can't remember his name, the guy who gave him the startup money,
Hmm.
he liked that he had the youth
Hmm.
energized. And,
Right.
so it was like, okay, we put a new face, a young face
Hmm.
on old thinking.
Do you think it's because also he was willing to say the things out loud that they weren't in fear of losing some of their money? You know, how you can put a battery in somebody's back, give them a couple of dollars, and they'll do whatever you want them to do because you're not going
Nah,
to do it. You're not going to jeopardize your stuff.
it's not even about jeopardizing. They
You
just
don't think
needed
so?
a new. Nah, I'm telling you, it's not. They needed a new face. He's a young, energetic face.
Hmm.
Guess where he went? He went to the colleges. Guess the
Yeah,
kids who the age of the kids who's debating him.
younger than
They're
him.
they're 18 to maybe 24.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? No real life experience, and he's there to plant a seed
Hmm.
and to not really even debate. It's more so prove me wrong,
Right.
and then he's so trained in what he does is that he can give you a whole bunch of things that sound
That
true,
sound correct.
that sound factual. And
Right.
at the moment, all eyes are on you and you freeze up. And then
Right.
the
Because you're
crowd,
like rethinking. You're like, am I
yeah,
wrong? Like,
yeah, and
was
then
he right?
the crowd reaction, and then they're off to the next. And
Right.
and it's like it's not, I don't want to say it's a comedy bit, but it's like the circus.
Yeah, it is. It's a clown show.
No, I don't want to say it like that. No, no,
No,
no, no.
no, it
See,
is.
you're
No,
taking it
because
out of
you know what? You
context.
know
I
why I
don't
call
mean
it a
clown
clown
show.
show? I call
Wow.
it a clown show because when you listen to all of these people talk, they're like, it's the right versus the left. It's the left versus the right. It's the red versus the blue. It's the blue versus the red. They're forgetting that you're dealing with people and people's lives. You know, that gets me ticked off. And they're like, oh, well, you're such a leftist. Well, you know what? Okay, if I'm a leftist or I'm a rightist or whatever, I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know the difference because I don't care. You a left? What? No, I'm a righty. Hello, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't really care. To be honest with you, I don't. I
Oh,
don't care.
God.
But it's like they totally remove people. These people are so angry, which I'm like, why are you so mad? You know, they so angry that they're forgetting that you're talking about people's lives here. It's all about a left or a right or whatever. What about the people? It's such a divide. I get so anxious when I talk about this stuff. You know, like,
No,
am I bugging?
no, we're at a bad place right now. We're definitely at
Do
a
you
bad
think
place. Um,
we're in a nightmare? It's a total nightmare. Total.
only thing that I can, how I'm moving through it is just trying to communicate
Uh-huh.
and try to have the open dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
because
With
I
who
have.
though? Because you're in the barbershop, and so you have some of everybody and everything coming through there.
Oh, I had a guy today where he was pretty upset that Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
Get out. No, let me not say get out. Not let me. You know, at the end of the day, nobody wants anybody's life to be taken. But what was his reason? What was his reason for being so upset?
Bunky, I don't even at that point.
Because you know,
I don't even why at that. It's okay.
mm,
Okay, can you turn your head this way? Okay, like I'm just there to hear him. I'm not there to judge. I'm not there to.
but
But
how could you not when if they're co-signing everything that this man
well,
says, right?
that's the tricky part because a lot of people be like, I don't agree with everything he says.
But
And
You can't pick and choose. That's like me when I'm
no,
trying to pick the good meat off the chicken. And by the time I'm
no,
done,
no.
like all the chicken is on the plate because I done picked.
Has anybody ever told you? Has anybody ever told you what they don't like about him? Because I hear people say, "Yo, I don't like everything he says," but nobody could give me an example of the things that they don't like about him.
Oh no! I've never heard that.
I've
So,
never
but what
got.
does that say about the people?
Well, I don't know, because if you're telling me you don't agree with everything that he says,
Hmm.
but you can't tell me what you don't agree with him
Hmm.
on, I'm confused.
I'm not.
No,
It,
no, no, no. Because I need an explanation, because I
but
just
you're
don't want
not.
to. I don't want to assume. No, no, no. I don't. I really don't want to
You're not.
assume.
How
So
would you?
I need to know, like, okay, if you don't agree with all of the stuff that he says,
Hmm.
what don't you agree with? And then I never get an answer.
Because there is no answer. It just
No,
sounds good to
no,
say.
it goes on to some. You know where it goes on to? You never. You just watch it. You're just basing what he's saying off a clip.
But the clips are horrible. If that's the
It
case, then
doesn't
I'm
even
going
matter.
off of the clips.
No, no, but listen, it doesn't matter if you watch the clip
Uh-huh.
or you watch the whole
I'm watching the
interview.
whole thing.
No,
Yeah,
no, no. But it doesn't. The words don't change.
no.
You get what I'm saying? When he said the thing about Joy Reid
Oh my God.
and
Yes, that
Michelle, that is like,
they were.
what other context could you take that in, dude?
First of all, how could you listen to him and want to continue to listen to him to try to find something good in it? Because you're in that though that you disagree with. Because if you're agreeing with all this stuff, like you said, there's more stuff that they agree with than they don't. They can, but they're not going to tell you what they agree with. They agree with all. In my mind, everybody, this is Bunky's opinion, and I'm entitled to. It's my show. My mind, they're agreeing with all the stuff he said out loud.
Yeah, but I want to know what they don't agree with,
They
because
don't have anything that they don't agree with.
and
It
that's
it
where
just
there's the
sounds
problem
good.
with me.
It
Yeah,
just
and then
sounds
they
good.
go to, yo, you're only taking the videos in context. And
Mhm.
I've sat there
I'm
and wasted time
yeah.
just to go through and be like, I feel the same way that I felt when I watched the
Yesterday.
clip. That
Right.
after I watched the whole interview, what he said was some racial stuff. I'm not jacking it. He gives a lot. He gave a lot of misinformation, especially
Right.
when it came to the prison population and the population of the people and all this other stuff. But it sounds so good. Like, I know you don't know, but they're like slick talkers, con men, and they got it. You get what I'm saying? Like, they got them in the hood, and they can. This is. I'm trying to relate it to now, but anyway, it's a way of talking. It's a way of regurgitating things and
Mm-hmm.
saying it in such a way that people believe that it's facts.
Uh-huh.
And then what's so weird is that, you have the biggest fact checker in your hand, in your
Uh-huh.
pocket, and you can check
Yeah,
all the facts. And
absolutely.
nobody actually goes and sits there and checks the facts. Check
Right.
this out. I was talking to my homie, and we were going back and forth about the Tylenol
Uh-huh.
thing. And I'm
When it
like,
was
yo,
late, when the timeline was late.
no, when they were saying, when the
Wait a
president
second.
said, yup.
Go ahead. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. When the president said that stop taking Tylenol.
When?
You didn't see this, Bunky?
I had
Oh,
listen.
Bunky.
I no listen. No, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
you've
no.
been
I've been
working. Yeah,
so
yeah,
busy. Yeah.
yeah. Donald Trump got on TV and said that don't take
Oh,
Tylenol. Tylenol is
yeah.
related
No, no,
to.
no. I heard that craziness. I heard it. I did. I heard it. I heard
And
it.
then
Like he
me
no. Come on.
no, but I mean, but you listen, some
People
people
believe it
really
because he
don't.
said it. Come
I
on.
don't
That's
want to
the
say the
same dude that
homie
said.
believed it, but it was more so, it was like, yo, we started going back and forth, and I'm like, dude, when was Tylenol made? He's like, yeah, all right. And I was like, when was the first case of autism? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Right.
Like we don't have and then the person was like, oh, well, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. And I'm like, all right, cool. But
And listening to a man who said, inject yourself with bleach
yes,
during
that he did
COVID.
say.
Come
He
on
did say
now.
that. That he did say.
He did say that,
He
so
did say
y'all
that.
are going by that. You're believing this mess. Yeah, I heard that. Um, but people also listened to when Kirk was talking about how he tried to discredit black pilots and stuff like that. Dude, you probably can't even fly a paper plane.
Well, see,
You
my
know,
whole thing with this,
he was just horrible. I'm sorry. And
he
in my
was
mind, like,
misrepresenting facts.
yeah,
And then
like
once again,
that was crazy.
people weren't going. But what's even more crazy is that the fact that he's actually misrepresenting facts,
Hmm.
and then so that it's an okay for his racism.
Yeah.
But once you disprove the facts, then
Mhm.
all you got is blatant racism.
Right. So for the people
But
that,
instead of us worrying about the racism,
uh-huh,
pointing out the racism, we need to start pointing out, these facts are wrong. And then once you cross out all the
that's a
facts that
fact.
he's saying,
Right.
he's
It's
only left
racist.
with the racism.
He's
He's
only left
only
with
left
racism.
with the racism. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks that we got to think for one another. It's each one teach one, but
Yeah.
we have to take more of an understanding, and especially if you have some type of care for them. We just can't just write them off. And trust me, I would love to write tons of people off
Hmm.
because it's more work for me.
Hmm.
But if we're actually on that mission to get better, you got to sacrifice a little bit. You got to sacrifice, have these long conversations, and be ready to choke people out. And understand that sometimes it's gonna take that. If I love you, it's gonna take me doing all of that for you to see the right thing, because I don't want you to see the wrong thing. So if the love is there, you're gonna fight for it.
Hmm.
Eventually, either I'm gonna see your point or you're gonna see my point. But we're
I'm
gonna
not gonna see anybody's point that co-signs you. I'm just
well,
not, because at the end
no,
of the day, it's just hatred, division. You know what I'm saying? And it's just seems like what we are today, and people just can't seem to get past it. And like I said before, nobody deserves to have their life taken that way. But this is what he said, like when he talked about school shootings and stuff. Well, there have to be some sacrifices. Well, hello, stop. What I've learned is stop speaking stuff into existence. Because when you speak stuff into existence or whatever, like he virtually said, I mean, he actually said, when he said those words, basically, it just happens. It's like not even trial and error in my mind. Trial and error. Some people got to go or whatever. Buy weapons, gives us a right to have our weapons. And you were a casualty of what you said. You spoke that into existence. I'm a strong believer of speaking things into existence, because I did that to myself. I spoke, well, not that, but speaking stuff into existence, the power of words, you know?
well, you got to also understand that when
It
you
was, it
can't.
was, it's crazy.
No, I mean, you
What?
you live in a time where it's got like he did enough. He said something, maybe a lot of things that was hateful enough in this kid's heart, in this
Hmm.
kid's mind,
Yeah.
for him to want to unalive
Take
him.
him out. Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it can't all be like, you get what I'm saying? Like
It was,
people don't unalive people who only make people feel good.
no,
Only,
right.
it's just
Yeah.
like it's like we got to be realistic. Like something that Charlie was saying, something that he was pushing
That
hurt.
clicked in that kid's head.
and
And
made
he's like, this is
him
not
want
right.
to
Yeah.
go and do what he did,
Yeah.
and like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. Um,
Right.
but I think the I think they need to figure this one out. I think the conservatives, I think they need to round up and figure out how how did this happen? How did we go from here? And while they're figuring that out, the rest of us need to be
Just
figuring
sit
out
back
some
and
of.
chill.
Or no, don't sit back and chill. Nothing. We got other things to be worried
We
about.
got a lot of things to worry about.
That's
Like
what
they
I'm
trying to
saying.
like strip like all the just they're trying to take us away. They're trying to remove us out of the fabric of this country. That's what we should be worried about.
No, but listen, you know what I'm worried about?
But
My health insurance just went up. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried about
oh
health
yeah,
insurance. Like, yeah, no, mine's went up, and I don't know about nobody else's. And I make good money. Do you
uh,
get what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I feel bad for those who aren't paying attention and not understanding what they are voting for, what they're in store for, what
Well,
like.
they voted for this. Like
Yeah, but
they
yeah,
everything that they
yeah,
said
and
they
no.
were going to do in Project 2025, everything they said they were going to do, plan to do, whatever, they've done it and they're doing it and it's coming in the future because they voted. People voted, and not when I say they, not me, and everybody know, not I will not ever be.
Bunky, how much of that Project 2025 did you read?
Um, I think I only got to chapter 3
See, and how many
because
chapters was it in there? How many chapters was it in there?
I don't even know because you
But
know what?
see, you know what? We got to start out thinking this what's going on. And you know why? Because we fell for the okie doke. You
What do you
fell
mean?
for it. You know why? I'm tell you how we fell for the okie doke.
How?
They put it in a book,
Right.
and you ain't got the book.
I went and got the book.
They listen, but you didn't finish the book. You know what the saying is, right?
No,
You want to hide something from a black person.
put it in the book. But you know, I'm a
No,
reader.
no, no, no. Hold on. No,
I'm a
no. But
reader, and
we put that out.
it was
This is.
just
Hold on. This is. Hold on. Let me finish. We put that out to let the people know and be aware. What we
mm,
should have did was did a mini series, and you know what I'm saying. Did something to really get it out of the book sense, knowing that people
so
aren't gonna pay attention to it when it's in the book.
okay. So how about this? How about I figure out a way, right, to each section, right? Figure out a way to read it, understand it, and make a quick bunky clip about it in bunky terms. We can do a bunky shard term so that people
That
understand. Like, yo,
that
this
would
is
be
what they're
super
saying,
dope.
right?
But we have to get what I'm saying. We have to attack this different. We have to.
Yeah,
We fell for the okie doke, like that. Yeah, yo, go get the book. Go, you get
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. We got to break it down. I got to figure out how to break it down. It's just a lot. Like
No, it
it's
is a
all a
lot.
lot.
But you know you know why it's so important? Because this idiot who went on TV and said that said the mob thing to about Jimmy Kimmel, and we're
Yo,
gonna.
that was great.
Do you
Look,
know? Do you know he wrote a section in the
Project
Project
2025.
2025? Yeah,
No, I didn't know that.
yeah. So I mean, it's here.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's
well,
on and popping.
we
It's
know
on
it's
and
here.
popping. It's on and popping.
Yeah, we know that it's here. And what's crazy and kind of cool about the Jimmy Kimmel thing, right? Y'all, I'm doing some stuff right now. That's why I'm all over the place. What's when it happened, I don't even watch Jimmy Kimmel since you put it up there. I don't, I be knocked out. I don't be watching them late shows,
I don't think anybody was watching them,
But the fact
but
that, hey Chris, but the fact that the way it happened, you
mhm.
know what I'm saying? I was like, oh no, we're not doing this. And I love my Disney Plus. I love and my Hulu love. I said, okay, Bunk, you've been wanting to cancel for a while, but you just didn't have a reason to. And my post that I want to say it, my post that I did about the cancellation, when I say I never got so much racist comments ever, that post got over like maybe 25,000 views, and
Really?
they were so bent out of shape. Like
Wow.
the lefts are going to do this, and I'm like, y'all, I don't even entertain them. And a couple of my friends, actual people I know, were responding to these fake face people because nobody was real. You know, they always got like a cat or a flag.
Well, our flag, yeah. That's the
Arguing with
funniest
them.
thing.
I told them on the comment, I was like, don't waste your time with these people. They're irrelevant. They have nothing better to do. So I don't know if they commented after that. Why don't I know? Because I don't care like that. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do but go on my feed and have a problem that I posted. I canceled Disney. Y'all really got that much time on your hands?
I think that's dope that you did it for standing up, because I'm pretty sure you don't care whether Jimmy Kimmel's on the air or not.
It was
It's a fact. No.
it was the whole thing. You know, like the way you trying to censor people, like really you bullying like this, and then the fact that maybe 2-3 days later he back on the air
I
because
know.
Disney couldn't handle it. But it's still a problem. People still canceling Disney
Well,
trips.
it's people need to bug out, because
Yeah.
that's the first thing is when they
Yeah.
try to control the media. When they
That is-
control the media, then
Yeah.
that's the last form that they need to really, really start brainwashing you and start having you thinking one way. So
Yeah, it felt good to be a part of the movement. You know, like
I've never had Disney Plus, so for
Yeah.
me it's just like okay.
Yeah, I had
You
Disney
know.
Plus because of the grandkids, and not just them. I love some of the Disney movies and Hulu. I love my Hulu. So, but I was like, you know what? No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
No, so now that he's back on, are you gonna
Am I getting it back? No, I'm not. And you know what else happened? You know
They-
what else happened? I saw it on the news. I had like 15 minutes of the news this morning.
okay.
The prices, because he's
Went
back
up?
on, it went up.
No, they were going up anyway. That
Yeah,
was
they
the funny.
were, but that's really
But
stupid.
now, yeah, no, now just to go back, it's like, damn, you could have been grandfathered in, but now you got to pay that new price.
But not even that. What happened was when you went and tried to cancel your subscription during the time, right? They
Yeah.
gave you this huge discount. I could have been paying $6.99 a month for a year if I would not have canceled my subscription.
Well, why don't they make this shit happen for these school shootings and all the rest of this other stuff to be going on?
Yeah. What? Huh?
Like, I mean, like, why they can't pressure these companies like they pressured to get Jimmy back on TV to, like, I mean, think about it. It was only 3 days. Everybody got together and, stopped watching Hulu and Disney Plus. And
But how do you do that? What are you boycotting? Like here, you knew it was Disney and Hulu. What are you boycotting to stop it? Like people make their voices heard, about the danger of people that shouldn't have weapons doing crazy
start
stuff.
boycotting some of the spots that sell these guns.
But they're all over the place, and a lot of.
But there's some big chains. There's some big chains.
Well,
I mean, listen,
I'm getting ready to get one.
You're gonna need a couple. Don't just
But
get one.
I'm
They like
illegal.
tattoos. As you should be.
Absolutely.
As you should be. As you should be.
Yeah.
I believe everybody should protect themselves.
Right.
You
And
know?
that's the key word: protect themselves. Not go out there and hunt. It's a difference between protection and hunting.
Yeah.
So Kirk's situation was a hunt. That was a hunt.
Yeah.
Like you just said, that's what they do in Utah. They hunt, and it's sad, that the situation happened. But
No, super sad that the situation happened.
and what's even sadder, what's worse than that? Now, okay, it is what it is. You set it up. It's what it is. It's just what it is. Like you did this is what it is. But what's sad to me is the fact that kids saw it. You know what I'm saying? Kids saw the clip. Somebody showed it to me. I was like, oh my God, So kids who are on YouTube they saw this. That's what's sad to me. Like I said, it's neither here nor there to me. Like it doesn't doesn't affect or change my life either way. What happened? This is what it is. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Hello, it's what it is. Um, but it's like the kids saw this thing, and the kids
Yeah,
that saw it in person, the young people
but
that was
every time somebody is killed, the kids see it. Every time something's caught on
but
video,
that mess happened in slow motion. Like
well,
I
I
saw
mean
the video in slow
they
motion.
got it. They
Yeah,
they you know
yeah.
yeah, it's just a sad situation,
You
and
know,
we have to understand that at a certain point in time, you have to take uh, accountability
yeah,
and and people's responses. Like you can't tell somebody, yo, your response is wrong.
right.
So
Yeah, yeah. I just, like this is a conversation that we have to like really dig deep into. Unfortunately, um, circumstances I can't hang on like I want to. So we're gonna have to come back and revisit this.
yeah,
You know, you know my current situation at this moment, but I
no,
didn't want to not.
we got to sit down. We got to
Yeah,
sit
I wanted
down
next
and
time we're
have
gonna
some
do
food.
a sit down like we were originally planned. So
Gotcha.
we'll continue this in a sit down. Because I like to feel your energy. I like to be in person. Who knows? Maybe
Gotcha.
Chris will be up from Florida, decide to fly up in the
I
snow. Or
doubt it. I doubt it. He got Gabe now. Him and Gabe are best buds now because they're gonna be Floridians. Yeah,
Gabe moving
Gabe.
to Florida. We gotta talk about this.
Gabe. Yeah, I know. This is what I'm trying to tell you, Bunky.
Because I missed yesterday. I missed. Yeah, I'll find
They're
out.
switching up on me. It's all good
They.
though. They're
So
doing.
all right. So
They're
it's
doing
me and you. Okay, it's us.
Yes, we're gonna
It's
have to
us.
figure something out. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
rebuild. We're
we'll
just gonna
figure
have
it
to figure something out.
out.
That's it. That's
But
it.
yeah, I mean, I hate to do this. I have to go.
No, listen, I'm glad you had me here.
Yeah.
Be safe. Give me a holler when you get a chance, and have a good night.
And everybody, listen, everybody, make sure you tune into In the Studio with the Rec Boys every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Tune into Tea Time with Bunky. I'm going through some transitions now. I got some things going on, so I'm going to continue to not try. I will continue to bring stuff to you as I always have. Um, yeah, Thursdays, 7 p.m. live, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can catch both of our shows in the studio with the Rec Boys, Tea Time with Bunky. Our old shows, just go over to YouTube, type in the studio with the Rec Boys, 1, or Tea Time with Bunky, 2, on YouTube. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. All our old episodes are on there. And Peaches and Blade tonight at 8 o'clock.
Tonight they warming up. I'm
Yeah,
about to go straight home so I
I
can
can
go.
only imagine with those two. So go over there,
Nah,
Peaches and Blade. On if you want the rough side of the women's view, go to Peaches and Blade.
hold on. I'm gonna start it right now. I hope Rashid is watching. Tell her March 27th.
March 27th. Okay.
That's it. That's all we need to say is March
March
27th.
27th.
That's
And
it.
finally, TV. No, what we talking about podcast is on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and
Facebook.
Instagram. All right. So
Absolutely.
look, there's your shows right there. Tuesday, Wednesday, and 2 on Thursday. So you guys make sure you go there. Tell everybody, like, share, follow, and subscribe. I appreciate you so much. I'm sorry for the shortness, but like I said, I got some things going on, but I wanted to not disappoint you all. So I just wanted to be here, and we're going to continue this conversation. And to all the haters that's going to catch this after the fact, please keep your racial comments to yourself because I'm not going to acknowledge you. Point blank, period. Okay, you know, man. So I will catch you later, Shad. I will see you. I'm going to get to see you this week. I'm going to try to come by tomorrow or
Okay.
Saturday to check in with you. So everybody, I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night and stay safe.
Easy.